Emily's very big into her soccer and recently cricket as well. And she's just started playing underwater hockey, which is a sport that Lucas and I have been playing for a while.
Oh, no. When Em was 3.5, we kind of took her off to the paediatrician. We had some concerns. Water would come out her nose. She would often have falls. She would catch one of her legs, just not lifted up high enough. And progressively her swallow changed and her speech changed and her balance changed. So walking in a straight line was difficult. Walking on her tippy toes and her heels were difficult. And there came just this point where the neurological symptoms stacked up and they decided to scan her. So Emily lives with a tumour called a ganglioma. It's in her brainstem. The difficult part about it being in her brainstem is everything that we do in terms of breathing, heart rate, things that make us survive as a person, it sits right there.
It's in a place in the brainstem where they can't just take it out. Anywhere else they could just excise it and be done with it for the most part, but where it is they can't take it away.
Essentially, if the doctors were to go in and try and take this out, they wouldn't know if they were taking healthy brain tissue, if they were taking tumours, because the margins are really blurry, and the risk with that is that they will actually kill her.
I guess that we have been through a lot with Emily. It's always been a lot of hard decisions to make and a lot of treatments and whatnot, but we have that reassurance and that confidence that it's the best possible choice for that time with her journey.
5, 6.
I got 4.
A lot of trust. There's a lot of trust with Emily's doctors and her team.
When you think about teams, you think about the doctors and the nurses, but Emily's team is far wider than that in terms of there's a social worker and there's a dietitian, and we have often engaged with the speech therapy team also at the children's, and there's also the child life therapists, which are a really important part of Em's treating team, and Em's beads that she does to represent every procedure is massive.
So this is my beaded journey. Every time I have a procedure, I add a bead. That one's a finger prick. That one's a blood transfusion.
What was this one?
This one was my first craniotomy, so brain surgery.
So it's part of documenting Em's journey. It's a part of being able to represent the things that she's been through. And so there are 64 cream beads because she's had 64 different doses of chemotherapy. And there's more than 25 yellow beads, but the yellow beads are procedures, and there's 25 MRI yellow beads on there. So it's a way of Emily, tracking and having a visual representation.
And also a great way to measure Dad.
It's a great way to measure Dad, yes, because it's taller than Dad. You never want to have to utilise the Royal Children's. You never want your child to be there. But if they have to be there, they have the most amazing teams to support and wrap around you. And the Good Friday appeal is our opportunity to be able to say thank you, but also as a community, make sure we support the amazing work they do. It helps fund research, it helps fund technology and equipment, and we've used all of those things, and that would not be possible without people donating through the Good Friday appeal.
Emily would not be here without the Royal Children's Hospital. Without any hesitation or that, she wouldn't be here without what they've done for her. And they do the same thing for so many kids at all times. One of my best memories of Emily in the hospital was when she finished her first protocol and she walked down through all the nurses and got to the end and rang the bell and she finished her first protocol. That was very powerful for me. So yes, they're there for the sad times, but also for the good times too.